Hey knitters, it's Yarn Exploder. I'm going to do just like a little quick video. That's what I said last time, this time yet. Because my dogs are like right outside my door, right over there, that door, and they will destroy me if they don't eat immediately, so quick one. Okay, the first thing I wanted to show you is, remember the little baby sweater I did a video on a while back? I finished it finally. Put some buttons on it. I just found these like random buttons at my fabric store. I thought they were cute because they have like a little leaf motif thing going on, and it kind of goes with the sweater, but it's not like really heinously in your face. And the engraving on them is kind of yellowy and plays off of the yarn, so I think it worked well. And I'm really excited because I have a recipient for this sweater now. There's a friend of mine on Ravelry who is expecting a girl. Finally, everybody that I know is expecting a boy, so I have the one who's expecting a girl, and she gets the little yellow sweater. So, winner. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was actually not a finished product. I'm waiting on some yarn to come in. I'll probably talk about the yarns that I get next week, because I'm kind of excited. I'm getting, there's I think it's Viola yarn, and that's the one that the caliper hat is done in, like the test DK version of the caliper hat is done in. And then I'm getting my first Little Red Bicycle yarn, so I'm very excited about that. And I'm getting some wool mice too in a different colorway, which is kind of like purples and things, and I'll probably show those in my next video. So what I'm going to talk about instead is a work in progress, because I have some finished objects, but I figured I'd mix it up. So this is my work in progress right now. It's the Scalloped Table Runner, and I've got the pattern up here. It's by Amy Stender and published in Fluid Motion, or so it says. So it's a free Ravelry download, which is cool. I had this skein of never-ending gargantuan blue heron rayon sparkly stuff in this colorway that's like kind of a pretty brown thing. It's got some yellows and some reds in the brown. You can see it. Actually, that's pretty true to color from what I can tell. So it's kind of a nice, you know, colorway or whatever. I bought it before I knew much about yarn, and it sat in my stash for years. I thought I was like, oh, I'll make some cute sweater or shawl with this. But with it being rayon, it's kind of like, it's got like a really difficult kind of application, I think, because it has a different texture. It acts more like a cotton, so it's not as warm as, I guess, like the wools and things like that. So, I mean, whereas it would theoretically be like a good Houston sweater material, I just really didn't like the sparkle and everything. I just feel like it's much. I don't wear a whole lot of sparkles, so I figured out kind of the best thing to do with this would be to do some kind of housewares product, and I found this table runner. So you knit it, like, this is the front side, which has like these cute little scallop dealies, and I think the scallops are supposed to be more like sine waves and like pointy corners, but I might like make this pointy just because I want to. So I like pointy things. But like, so this is the front, but you actually work it from the back. So you knit like the pattern through the back, and then on the front side you kind of knit all the stitches, including the middle stitches, and just do like a little yarn over. This is like kind of consistent, and I can talk really specifically about this pattern because it's free. And I'm not giving you any secrety knitterly secrets. It's knit on like 8s, I think. These are 8s. I'm sure these are 8s. These are 8s. And it's got like a really nice drapey, foofy, fluffy thing going on, which is cool. And actually knits up to some decent fabric. It's got some variegation kind of in the color, but it's not like real stripy or really obvious. And the sparkle, which you can kind of see there, that's better, looks a little bit more subtle. So I was really happy kind of with the way the fabric turned out. And then I realized something kind of important about table runners. Table runners are scarves. They are just like scarves. They are a flat rectangular thing. I mean, this is kind of rectangular, but it's essentially rectangular. And you cast it on. You knit the pattern, and you knit this flipping pattern forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever. And I'm I don't have a table right now that is table runner worthy, so it's kind of just my intention at this point to knit until this ball of yarn is gone. Now, I know you're laughing at me and this is insane or whatever, you know, but I'm going to kind of just keep it in my knit bag. I've been working on it at knit night. They had to listen to me rant about how I realized this is just a gigantic scarf not too long ago, and my husband and I are looking at getting some new dining room tables, which is cool, so like maybe I'll have some kind of dimension for this and I'll know when to stop, because I don't think like a whole lot of this hanging off the side of the table is going to be too great for it. Too much like material weight and it's going to start to kind of stretch out a little bit, I think. Because it's got like a really heavy feel to it. So I've never knit with the rayon. I'm kind of interested to see how the rayon blocks out and if I'm going to be able to make little pokey, pointy Mick guys here to like... This is kind of a cool pattern, right? Like you've got like, these are like very triangular. They're definitely knit like a triangle. It's not like a kind of gradual curve. It's definitely like coming out to a point. So it makes sense to me that I would balance that by kind of coming out to a similar point on the lacier parts. And honestly, like, I've never even understood the appeal of table runners, so why am I doing this? I don't really know. But I will say, like, as I've used the yarn and knit the pattern's nice. It's like a 20-row repeat. Every other row is like a knit row, so it's easy to memorize. As I've worked on it, I've kind of started to go, oh, this would be cool. It's definitely got like a holiday feel or something like that. So I'm kind of excited to see how it turns out. Or maybe I will just go crazy and I will end up using this to, like, strangle someone or something like that. I don't really know. But I am enjoying it. Like, I do like the fabric and it's nice and mushy, and every time I knit on it, somebody comes over to me and they're like, oh, that's so pretty, what is it? And then I say it's a table runner and they're like, oh, okay. They don't understand. I mean, well, you know how it is with knitting anyway. It's like no one understands why you're knitting anything, so like, of all the things, this is like the least useful thing. It's a thing that sits on something else just for looks. But, whatever. I like it, and it's using stash yarn, so bonus points for me. I'll be done in several years. Anyway, that's all for this week. It's quick, as I promised. A little bit quicker than normal anyway. And I'll see you next week, hopefully with new yarn, and if not, with another finished object. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later.